Hello, Gundam Convergers. So we got a rare one today. This is number 5 in the overall Converge line. So I guess that would be from the very first wave, and it's very expensive. I couldn't even buy it in the original packaging. Well, I could, but it would be super expensive. This was just only expensive. Anyways, so this is called Union Flag Custom 2. It's number 5 in the series, as you can see. And then here's the fandom about this robot. So this is from Mobile Suit Gundam 00, that animation, which sadly I have not seen any of. And it's quite an interesting mobile suit. There's a lot of things going on. So let's just scroll through this here. So it's a mass-produced suit, but it has a flight mode, and then obviously a robot mode. It's used to fly around to be the world's police. But what's interesting here is it has hydrogen jet engines, and the hydrogen is bonded to the carbon molecules of the frame for storage. And then also it's solar powered somehow and receives power via solar antennae and stuff. So it's quite interesting there. It's a lightweight, but then eventually it was taken over by the Celestial Being GN drive powered units, which is going to come later. Alright, so that's the gist of it. I don't really need to know all the real details of a fictional cartoon, so I don't dwell too much on it, but I find, basic information interesting. Okay, so this being from the first wave, it has a little silly foot stand thing that is totally unnecessary. It blocks the thing, and the thing stands without it, so that just went into the trash. Some parts are loose here. Let's take the whole thing apart and see what happens. I assume that, interesting. That fell off, alright. I think that's how it comes. This whole thing is vinyl, it's very flexible. Later on, the thing seemed to get more rigid. I'm not sure why they do that. Maybe it's easier to paint if it's rigid. But this thing is black for sure. We have some plain feet details here, and then some white paint, which is really hard to do. It's hard to paint things white, especially on a black surface. It takes a lot of paint to do that. Alright, so the peg holes we'll fill in later, but yeah, you do have the molded details of a typical Converge fig. But no articulation at all so far in all this, right? I don't know if anything... Yeah, something's going to peg in there. Some vent details there. I'm going to guess these are engine thrusters here. The neck is painted a silver or like a light gunmetal color, and that thing fell off as well. Alright, so let's start putting this together here. So these little... I don't know what they are. They're fins, but they rotate on the legs here in these holes. Maybe stabilization wings, maybe? Or maybe they're the antennae to receive solar power. I haven't watched the cartoon, so I apologize. But if you have, maybe you want to leave a comment and let other people know. What are these for? Where do they go? I think maybe they go on the arms. Okay, so speaking of an arm and the hand, that hand is just molded into this arm. And it's just all black. There's no white on this. It looks like a ball joint there. So this must be the right arm. I'm gonna assume, right? It's weird because the peg doesn't go in very deep into that hole. It's a really shallow hole. Alright, and then it does have this T shape on it, so I guess, it's probably better to do it off the figure. So that, I guess, goes there. It's like a little wing / antenna thing. I am most definitely going to have to crazy glue these parts together later. So where's the other arm? Now this arm, though, has, let's get that little wing thing in there. This has an L shape, so, yeah, you can't really mess up the left and right. So the wing is on the bottom part of that little peg. And then this looks like a GN drive, actually. Big radome looking thing. And alright. I guess that's the handle for like some sort of beam weapon, I assume. But there's no recess. I thought for a moment I was missing a piece, like a clear piece that might go into that, but it's so shallow, nothing can go into that. but it's clearly the hand wrapping around a handle, and then it's got a cool purple hose, you know, going to this thing. Alright, so that thing, the big round one, I'm just going to peg into the back, and then the arm pegs into that. So that's going to be really hard to lose because it's pegged in twice. Really interesting asymmetric look. It's kind of weird that it doesn't have some sort of clear piece there. And then this chest plate is a giant wing as well. It's got 3 pegs. There's no chassis number on this molded anywhere. I guess they could have fit it. Maybe it's on the head. Let's find out. So sadly, the head is not a round peg. It's an L-shaped peg, so you can't get left-right movement, which is weak, I think. The visor thing is not really clear. It's like a smoky orange. I'm wondering if it comes off. It is spaced away from the helmet itself. You can see a big air gap there. I don't know if that's intentional or not. Well, I pushed it in anyways. So, yeah, you got some sort of depth going on there, but it's kind of cloudy, I guess on purpose. And what's nice is this is soft, you know. There's no way this is going to break. It'd be really hard to break if that fell on the floor or something. So that's the nice thing. But this is rigid. So, which is weird because that's the largest wing on it, or fin. So that's unfortunate. If that fell, that could break. But see, I kind of wish the head could rotate. And there's nothing stopping it from rotating except for the poor design choice of the neck. Alright, well, anyways, very unique looking. It looks kind of like a Japanese samurai. That's the thing, a really skinny Japanese samurai. Alright, so this, if you didn't catch those photos, the flight mode is quite interesting. Inspection mode or something, robot mode. Let me reset for the other one. Okay, so we have Converge number 51 next, GN0000 or 00 Gundam. This came out in 2012. Here are the other models or figures from this wave. And this is wave number 9. The first 20 waves don't tell you what wave they're in. They weren't thinking this through. Bandai. Anyways, there's some basic stats of this. Gum from this age. Ooh, yeah, it's pretty gross. So, this is from a cartoon series called Gundam 00. Unfortunately, I haven't seen any of it, which is too bad. This robot is the successor to the Exia. Alright, and then it's got all this wacky information here that you can read right now. It has GN particle drives and the GN stuff is like a force field slash solar reactor hyperdrive kind of thing. That's my understanding of what I read from Fandom here. Since I haven't seen the cartoon, I really can't speak much of it. So hopefully, if you know better, please leave a comment because I don't know what I'm doing. This has got that silly foot stand that goes here. It just covers up all the models, so I don't use those. Let's see. Just get that out of the way. So this is Trans Am mode. It turns all pink. I think this year they're coming out with a 4-set of the 4 main robots from this cartoon in this pink color. Converge, that is. I might get it if I end up liking these figures. At least this figure, let's see. Alright, so, yeah, off the bat, it's not so great. This is just painted a green, a dark green, but it's not even the light green like on the model kits. You know, they could have easily chosen a different color green, but this looks too dark. It's not nice. It's too bad. Bottom of the feet have nice details. And then the crotch is a gunmetal color. The body itself is not stark white. I would call it an off-white, or very, very light gray. So, again, the green here is just too dark in my opinion. Let's see here, we got metallic here. That looks good. Nice little rib details. I'm not sure what those are, vents or what. I think these might be handles to beam sabers. Some silver up here, or gunmetal for the elbows, a darker gunmetal for the torso, a blue color here. The arms are the holes in the shoulder itself, and then again that's green on. It's a little bit too dark. This hand is molded in, painted pretty nice though. A few details, little grooves behind this arm. This side here, the hand is capable of holding a weapon and on a peg, so you can rotate it. Okay. So the head, yeah, we do have nice sound. See, those eyes are transparent green, but they do look very dark. So maybe that's what they were thinking. The fact when you look at it, the green's so dark, they're trying to match that same color, but I almost feel like they should have gone with the green this color. You see how light it is? Like that color green should have been here. I say this because I think I built a high-grade model kit of Exia, and it had a much lighter green on it. Alright, so let's see, we gotta pop the antennae in, and they're rigid plastic. It's not a vinyl, so they could snap, so keep that in mind. Pretty long peg though, so I don't think it's going to fall out very easily. In fact, I have to wiggle it to get it in. There we go. There's no way that's going to fall out. Okay, so that's good. What's nice is the head can rotate left and right pretty much with no collision, so that's good for postability. Then we got this backpack thing, and these are the two GN drives, and I think they can create force fields as well to block attacks. Some thrusters there, the gunmetal color, and so we have actually an L shape and a rectangle, so it forces you to put it in a certain way. I kind of feel like even if it's wrong, it'd be nice to just see what it looks like in the wrong position, but very often Fusion works here. They remove playability. Okay. No, it's nice that the arms can still move, right? They're not colliding here, so that's good. What is this thing? I guess that peg hole is for this thing. No, it's not. Where would this go? It's got this. Let's go on the arm or leg? That's a mystery. Maybe it goes on this piece. There's some sort of weapon. And so I think this can also peg in to the back for storage. Either up like that, or let's see if it'll peg in this way. Yeah, it'll peg in either way. See, so that's nice. You can choose how you want to do it. This is still a mystery though. I don't know what goes around. Look at the box. Where are these pieces? Okay, never mind. This is... Oh, this is interesting. I see. So number 51 is this robot here in this photograph. That's why it says 51. Number 52 is the flying accoutrement called the O-Razor. And 51 plus 52 combines to be this image here. So I can only assume that this piece maybe has to do with the fact that somehow mating with that piece, and maybe right now it just doesn't do anything. But please, if you know better, please leave a comment. Okay, so I'm just gonna put this in the dude's hand, or the robot's hand. It's interesting. You know, is it a gun, or is it a sword? Is it both? I don't know. And he'll stand without that stand, so. Alright, so I do have the Exia, and Exia is number 4 in the overall lineup, so these two were from the very first wave of Converge figures. And unfortunately, if you look at it, this Exia also has that super dark green color going on the head. It's nice that the chassis coat is molded into the head, but yeah, I feel like the green is too dark, but I guess they match. And that's really, I think, all I have from the Double O cartoon series as far as these Converge figures go. So I'm just going to pop up some other stars of their own cartoons. We have number 69, the Double Zeta. That was a good cartoon. I liked it. It was kind of funny. The animation wasn't so great, but it's an old animation, but the script was funny. Ariel of the latest Witch from Mercury. This is number 278. And, yeah, they're stars of their own show. Sometimes I just don't know how to display these things. Alright, well, I'm glad I got these. I only wish I had time to actually watch the Double O series. I like the design of the Gundams. Maybe less so about that thing, but I like these GN drive things going on. Yeah, here's the GN drive on the Exia. So upon hindsight, I'm pretty sure I built a model kit of the Exia because I remember this sword thing flipping out. Alright, that doesn't matter for this video. So thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next Converge vid.